Congratulations to you all, Psquare, and your wife Ivy on the imminent birth of your child. And I saw the gift that you got for her as a push gift, a beautiful car. But I can't pass on this opportunity to advise you on why I feel it was a wrong financial decision to buy her such a car. This is 2024. Until yesterday when I saw the gift, I never believed that people were still buying depreciating assets for their partners in the name of push gifts. I thought the world has moved on and everybody has become financially literate, but imagine my surprise when I saw that Range Rover gift. I feel it was a wrong financial move on your part, and I will tell you why. And what I feel you should have done instead of lavishing such a huge amount of money on a depreciating asset. But before I continue, I must say that I'm very angry at you for not giving me all the necessary information I need to make this critique solid. You didn't provide us with the year of the car and whether it was brand new for Tokunbo. Although from my novice analysis, it looked like a well-used Tokunbo with a very low mileage. But whatever the case may be, I'm putting the price of that beauty of a car at around 100 million naira. That's a huge amount of money to spend on a push gift. Your wife is deserving of it. In fact, she deserves the world. But I feel you could have still given her that 100 million naira, but in the form of an appreciating asset. And let me walk you through. Before I proceed, if eventually you don't end up taking my advice and you still want to buy something similar in the future, please make full disclosure. Tell us the year of the car and whether it was bought brand new or Tokunbo. It makes the work of we poor critics easier. Thank you so much for your anticipated help. So back to the matter. I feel instead of lavishing the sum of 100 million naira or more on a car of that nature, you could have channeled that 100 million naira into other areas that would end up making you and your wife richer. Take for example, if you had opened a mutual funds account for your wife and put that 100 million naira inside it. Currently in Nigeria, the lowest returns one can get from any money put in a mutual fund account is 19% per annum. So let's say you put that 100 million naira in a mutual fund account, like I said, and you left it there for 5 years. By the end of that 5 years, that 100 million naira would have become nothing less than 421 million naira. If you are basing it on an annual interest of 18%. Imagine that. That same 100 million naira that you spent on getting that that same 100 million naira that you spent getting that Range Rover would have turned into 421 million naira in 5 years time if put inside the mutual fund account. Anybody who is financially literate knows that cars are depreciating assets, and even if you had bought that car brand new, immediately you drive it out of the dealership, it depreciates by at least 20%. After a year, it depreciates even further by another 10%. So before the end of 5 years, it would have lost almost all its functional values. And that 100 million would go down the drain like that because it has no second-hand value, it has no resale value. You have lost that 100 million naira technically. But if you have tied that 100 million naira down inside the mutual fund account, by the end of 5 years, you and your wife would look back and be grateful. But she would be happier and more grateful to you if you are taking that if you are taking that route. Another way I feel you could have invested that 100 million naira is taking it to a place like Ikorodu in Lagos and using it to get at least 20 plots of land at 5 million naira each. If you had gone to Ikorodu to get that 20 plots of land and left them there for the next 5 years, you know that with the rate of development in Lagos, those land would have appreciated to nothing less than 20 million naira per plot. And if sold at 20 million naira per plot in the next 5 years, that would give you 400 million naira. That's another way you could have given your wife that push gift. Instead of presenting her that Range Rover, you could have just presented her the document of 20 plots of land in Ikorodu. That's the second option. Now to my last option, which I feel is equally reasonable and viable. You could have called this your junior colleague staying in Sangwater, I'm talking of Portable, to help you get at least maybe 20 face me and face you apartments that you can buy at the rate of 5 million naira each. If you go to Sangwater, I'm sure that you can get nothing less than 20 face me and face you apartments at the sum of 5 million naira each, and get maybe 2 or 3 trusted adubos to help you manage them, and they will be remitting the rent to you annually. Imagine that. And you take the property document and present it to your wife as a push gift. Now you've created a generational source of income for her and your children. That's another way. So I feel buying that Range Rover, while it is nice and befitting of your wife, is not a right financial decision. You know, you can do the right thing the wrong way, and you can do the wrong thing the right way. In this case, you did the right thing in the wrong way, because that 100 million naira, you spent it the wrong way, looking at it from the financial point of view. But if you had used that 100k to invest in mutual funds or land in Ikorodu, or face me I face you apartment in Sangwater, you know, that would have been spending that money in the right way, and it would have tied the money down, and the money would have appreciated over the next 5 years. And who knows, you can even decide that at the end of that 5 years you want to still leave it there. Imagine what the money would have turned to by the end of 10 years, 20 years. That's how people create generational wealth. I feel it is not too late for you to correct the mistake, and if you don't want to do it, I'm sure that your wife will get to see this video. I want to advise her that first thing on Monday morning, she should return that car to the dealership where it was bought. I'm sure that you would lose some value, you may lose a couple of millions because you've already driven it out of the dealership, but at least the dealer can be kind enough to refund you maybe 80 million naira, which is still fair. And you take that 80 million naira, go to any of the asset management companies that we have in Lagos, open a mutual fund account and put it there. The current interest rate of most mutual funds accounts in Nigeria stands at 18% to 19%. So if you leave that 80 million naira there for the next couple of years, the returns would be massive. And better still, if you don't believe in investing in stocks like that, you can even invest that 80 million naira in stocks, all these SP500 or ETFs, and just leave the money there for the next couple of years. Your children will thank you for making such decisions, because they will see it as being financially savvy, and it will protect them from any harsh realities they may face in the future. You know, that's another example. Or better still, take it to Sangwater, meet with Portable. You would organize maybe 16 or 20 face me and face you apartments for you, and you use your 80 million naira to get them, get your documents and everything, get two or three trusted Egbon to be helping you manage the properties and be remitting the rents to you on an annual basis. You know, you are good to go. You will just be making passive income without bothering anybody. Or you can take it to Ikorodu, buy as many lands as possible, do your documentation right, and chill for the next couple of years and start reselling them. Or maybe you can, if you still have enough money, you can even develop them into a mini estate of sorts. So I feel you should decide between now and tomorrow morning and take that car back to the dealership. There is no shame in it. Nobody can hold it against you. You know, it is your money. You use your money to buy it, and you are saying you want to return it even at a marginal loss to you, and we now invest the money properly. I hope this video gets to you and you make up for the mistake you made and do the right thing. Once again, congratulations on the pregnancy, and I wish your wife a very safe delivery. She deserves the award, but the approach you used this time around was only wrong. You can still make it right for her anyways. Bye.